everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Hope everything's going your way today. Today, I'm coming to you with not one, but two eye looks. Yes, today I'm coming to you with two eye looks, swatches, and a review of the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette. Yes, the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette. So, if you want to see how this palette performs and get my thoughts on the palette to add to the 1,000,001 thoughts already out there on the tube, okay, everybody, let's get started. Man, guys, I know every single palette in the Jaclyn Hill Vol collection is old news by now. But I also know that supposedly Morphe has done a new reformulation of the shadows between the first review and mine. That said, guys, with all the controversy and different opinions that surround the performance of the Jaclyn Hill Vol collection palettes, I thought it only fair for me to spend a little bit of time with the palette before coming on here and reviewing it for you guys. Which is why, in addition to spending a couple of weeks with the palette, I'm going to be showing you two looks today. So I guess you can say, I'm late to the party, but not empty-handed. So the palette from the vault I'm actually spotlighting today is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. And while I did ponder upon purchasing the whole Jaclyn Hill vault collection, yeah. Me and Jaclyn Hill, yeah, we have a history. With the exception of the Dare to Create palette, for the longest time, they have been coming out with more of the same. More of the same, and then more of the same again. And with the exception of that palette, whose name I shall never utter out of my mouth ever again in life. A lot of people are saying that the formula of this palette is very reminiscent of that palette whose name I shall never utter out of my mouth ever again in life. Morphe, you did that. You did that. You did that. And guess what, guys? I think this palette was actually $22.99 if I recall. It wasn't $39. Unlike that palette whose name I shall never utter out of my mouth ever again in life. So needless to say, after having issues with a 35 shade palette, yeah, I definitely wasn't going to do 40. I figured I better be safe and start with 10. So first, let's talk about the packaging. The packaging is cute. It's a standard white cardboard, and it has Morphe x Jaclyn Hill, yeah, embossed in silver and gold stars. And what I really like about this palette, as opposed to that palette whose name I shall never utter out of my mouth ever again in life, this palette, while it's white, it does get quite dirty, but it can be easily cleaned with a wipe or a damp towel. And another thing I like about this palette, as opposed to that palette whose name I shall never utter out of my mouth ever again in life, when you open it up, yeah, this palette actually has a mirror. And inside the palette, you will find 10 very pretty fall appropriate shades. And unlike that palette whose name I shall never utter out of my mouth ever again in life, the names of the shades are actually listed on the bottom of the shadows. It has 4 shimmers, which are VIP, Guilt Trip, Coin, and Classified. And all the rest of the shades are mattes. And I'm actually wearing this palette on my eyes today. I use Access as my transition shade, Smooth Criminal as my crease shade, VIP on my inner part of my lid, Guilt Trip on the second half of my lid, and Coin as my inner corner highlight. And I'm happy to report that unlike that palette whose name I shall never utter out of my mouth ever again in life, I actually love this palette, guys. I really love this palette. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. When I first started using this palette, yeah, it was not love at first sight. Not at all. But after finding a method that I think works best with this palette, at least for me, it all worked out, guys. Yeah, it all worked out. For example, the warmer matte shades in the palette, guys, which are Access, Smooth Criminal, Secure, and Agent, they all blend seamlessly together. No matter how you blend one into the other, all four of those shades, they work well together. However, when using the darker mattes in the palette, which are Top Secret and Proud, when trying to layer those over the warmer shades, I didn't get the desired look that I wanted. So because I really love the aesthetic of the palette and I really want the palette to work for me, I switched it up. When using Top Secret and Proud in my eye looks, I found it worked out best for me when I used the reverse method when using both of these shades. And for those of you all who don't know, with the reverse method, instead of starting with your transition shade and working your way down with your mattes, you start with your crease shade and work your way up. I find that method to be best if you don't want those two shades to get lost in translation and your eye look to come out looking muddy. And I'm happy to report, guys, when using the mattes on my lid on top of a base, they didn't come out patchy, and they also blend quite well, which you will see in the demo. But about these shimmers, though. I love the shimmers, guys. What more I need to say? What more I need to say? What more do I need to say? When I first watched these shimmers in Ulta, guys, I just knew I had to have the palette. And because I love the shimmer so much, that's when I knew, by hook or by crook, I had to make the mattes work. The shimmers work rather well dry, guys, but you hit it with a little fixed blusher, it works even better. So in a nutshell, guys, I must admit, I really do love this palette. And while I really can't say if this palette is from her first batch or from her reformulated batch, what I can say though is this palette is a yes for me. So now for the $1 million question. Do I recommend the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I positively do. I definitely do, You know I do. Because with your girl being eons late for this review, surely they've gotten rid of the batch of questionable palettes by now. So the palette runs for $15, or else you can actually get it in the vault for, I believe, $40 for 4 of her palettes. And I actually love this palette so much, guys, that I'm thinking about going to get the Dark Matter palette next. But I will not be getting all 3 at once. Because we're not there yet. No. We're not there yet. So now that we got the housekeeping out the way, enough all the yapping. First we're going to get into the swatches, and then we're going to get into the eye looks. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. It only gets greater later, guys. It only gets greater later. So until next time, guys, stay real, stay positive, stay up, and damn it, you better watch, fight, and pray. Let's get into these swatches, though.